Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We're going to be doing a demonstration. These are demonstrations that should have been done against other products a long time ago. We do these right from the door when it comes to our products, showing that there's a difference between our products, screen paint, and just everyday screen paint mixes. So this is a product. We have several of these that we made ourselves for our own screens, for our own testings. We have some that are basically, very dark gray mixes. We have others that are black. To basically go against our black screens. We have some that are red, we have some that are green, different ones to go against the screens to show you at the end of the day, we can show a difference between someone just trying to make a dark gray mix. Now, sorry, we had to remove comments for the day because that last comment that I got was one of the most, and I got to tell you about this. I'm sorry. It was one of the most dumbest things I have ever heard in my entire life. So really quick, just to cap this off, we had someone come in here, usually one of the Crow boys will come in here and carry on and try to act up, especially when we did the demonstration showing that just by mixing anything together, we could still match the products with no problem. And these are test demonstrations that should be displayed to the customer. The customer should be to see if he's actually getting the real deal or just an everyday, just a black and white mix at the end of the day. So we did the demonstration, a couple of them in here. The screen paint didn't do well in here at all as usual. And of course, there were no tests to back about whether or not the product was better than what we were displaying in the video. So anyway, we had one come in, a few of them came in, but one, this particular one that came in went on and on about an ambient light rejection. He said it was a screen. So, you know, he says unbox therapy. That's actually, I'm subscribed to them. I actually watch a lot of their demonstrations. I've never seen this projection screen he's talking about. And I think he got it mixed up with the TV because they have a 100-inch TV in there. That's all I saw in there, but I didn't see any high form of this ambient light, ultimate ambient light screen he was talking about. So I've done quite a lot of research on different screens and different forms of sample sheets that we have. To know if there was something like this that did exist, we would have bumped into it by now. So anyway, as we're going through this, then he changes it as we're looking for it. You know, just entertaining them, because usually I don't entertain them, we block them from the door, but just to entertain them, as we're going and looking for that, he changed it over to a projector. So now this is supposed to be an ambient light rejection projector. I'm sorry, that is the most dumbest thing. I don't call anybody dumb, but that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. An ambient light rejection projector. That's what he claimed. He basically, what would that have anything to do with our products? We make screens over here and screen paints. What would a projector have anything to do? We don't make projectors, so I don't even know how that would fall in the category of what we do over here. But anyway, that's why the comments are blocked, because I think that was the most idiotic thing I've ever heard for the rest of the day, and I just can't entertain any more of the stupidity. So anyway, let's move on from there. So anyway, here we got one of our free color options. This is a screen paint we call the Final. This is our Phantom Gunmetal Black Slate. The screen produces amazing white levels, amazing colors. And just to show you how amazing the technology is, like I said, we have different forms of products that we make to test our screens on. Now, we've done this already with the black screens. We've shown off different forms of black products we made, anything from fabric to vinyl, whatever you name it, we do it against the screen. Gunmetals went the same thing. We also have a demonstration we just did earlier before this, a couple of days before this, showing off the gunmetal technology versus other dark gray mixes versus this. And this is one we made. This product here is darker that we made in here than the UV. It's much darker than the UV. So we're going to put the screen through its test. We already did these already, but we're going to do it again. So as I told you before, these are demonstrations that were skipped by an individual who was supposed to be doing these demonstrations, showing off his product, the difference between black and white mixes, which still has not been done. But as I said before, we continue to back our product, so it's not a problem at the end of the day. And like I said, sorry about the comments. We had to actually remove that section because, like I said, I can only take so much stupidity in a day. And I think I've never even heard of an ambient light rejection projector. That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life. But since they're coming with that kind of knowledge, I don't have time to entertain. It's just too stupid at the end of the day. Ambient light control projector. That's a new one. All right, so let's go to our colors real quick. First, we got to go to white levels first. White screen saver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now this right here is a product that we made for our gunmetals for testing. See how dark that is? That is a very dark gray screen right there. Now keep in mind when you're developing gunmetals, and some people don't understand the theory of gunmetals. Gunmetal screens are passable for black screens, but they're so dark they are actually gray screens. The object of making the perfect gunmetal is to make a screen near the edge of black, but not black. So this one right here, we made this a very dark mix to go against the gunmetal. Now, the reason why we do this is because we have to see which one of these screens are going to pull proper white levels, colors, and so forth. And also, too, at the end of the day, we made this product, too, on YouTube. We did make the product. It was actually one of the products we made with the black mixes. You have to be to show the difference between your product and some. So let's get going with this because I have orders that are popping up on the account. And we got to get to them. I got to take care of my customers. All right, let's start off with that white screen save first. Well, there we go. Right from the door. And let me show you my meter readings in here. We got the meter pumpkin eaters. Had a wife and couldn't keep her. So we call this area the meter max out zone because meters are down here. If you got a screen down here firing up, that means at the end of the day, that screen can do things that other screens can't do because our meters don't read down here. So that's my meter reading right there. I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna cover over the meter. You can see, take it away. Get you up close real quick. Gone. Let me lay this down flat. There we go. There's the meter right there. Cover it up, you can see. With our hand, move it away. Meters don't pick up down here. So we call this area down here, we call it the meter max out zone because meters don't register down here. Anytime somebody wants to talk about their meter readings, well, down here, our meters don't pick up at all. We've got two choices out here, either in here or out there. So that's how we do our demonstrations over here. But as you can see by the demonstration, that the technology that we developed, that's how dark our screen is compared to the other screen right there. So you can see they're both very dark gray screens, as you can see. But our screen produces a higher white level. That's the difference between our technology and all the other products out there, which, like I said, other people can't back them up. But we can. Let me go walking across to show you how dark my screen is compared to the dark mix that we made. Both dark screens, ours can pull a higher white level. Same thing with the black screens. We can take a Phantom out or a Phoenix, pull them out side by side to black paint. They will look exactly alike, but when you hit them with that white light, our screens are the only ones produce the highest white level. All right, let's go over to green projection screen. I say green projection screen. That's just gonna dig me up. Let's go with, let me see. Let's go with the red screen first. So there is the red levels on our screen, and there's the red levels on the screen paint mix. Now, the reason why it's coming up looking that dirty is because, like I said, at the end of the day, it's just black and white paint. No matter what you do at the end of the day, that black paint, if you have more black paint in it, it's going to produce a dirty color because black can't see white light. Well, that black can't see white light, where our technology can read white light. All right, maybe it might do fairly well with the blue. Yep, comes up dirty on the blue too. So that tells you at the end of the day, if you try to make one of these gunmetal screens over here, the one we have over here, and you're going to have to make it extremely dark, which means you're going to have to dump a ton of black paint in there, your white levels are not going to pick up. So you can't duplicate our screens. Let's go over to, let's see, I want to do a pink screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? So no, you can't go out and get black and white paint, and you can't duplicate one of our screens because our screens can read white light. So you got that heightener white technology that we embed into the screen to be able to do that. That's what black screens have, that heightener. Let's go over to yellow screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now see, if I can do this against my own product, I don't know why people can't do it against their own product. What's the problem with that? How hard is it to do the demonstration? Now let me show you the paint we got over here. This is the paint we made right here. So you can see how dark this is. We needed it dark enough to be able to match close to our screen right there. That's the whole object of doing these tests. You want to make products, try to make them come as close to your product as possible and do these tests. Let's see, we're gonna go with there. Let's see. Let's do orange screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, let's start off here first.
I saw the family leave. We'll be in and out before you know it.
I don't think so. Why are we standing?
Now we'll be doing another demonstration today. We're going to be doing a Black Phantom down there soon. We set up a Black Phantom pretty soon. We're going to be doing some demonstrations off that technology versus other black paints versus the Black Phantom. Again, I love doing those demonstrations. They are so much fun. You should be able to back up your products like we're doing right here. Let's see where we want to go with next. Let's go with Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is what I'm talking about. You have to be to back your work. I can do it easy. And this is what I'm explaining to people. If a person can't back the work, then you don't buy from them at the end of the day. You have to know exactly what you're getting. If you're getting the real deal or you're getting basically a fake product. Now, like I said, we can take slop paint, throw it together. We can make it and measure it out carefully, and it will match the product every single time. Now, in order for him to back his product, he's going to have to go out and do those demonstrations. The fact that we had to ask him more than 7 times to do this, automatically at the end of the day, just shows you that he bought black and white paint. Well, we can come in here, make a very dark gray mixed product, throw it against our screen, and produce a higher white level. We can show you a different and better color. So at the end of the day, if someone says, well, what's the difference in me going out? Why buy your paint? I can just go take some black paint, put a little white, and I can do the same thing you're doing. And we can say, no, you can't. Here's a demonstration why you can't. As I said before, at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit there and have somebody go through something that I'm not going to do myself. I've already done this on my green screen, I've done this on my red screen, I've done this on my black screen, and I've done this on my gunmetal. So what's the problem? That's why we get orders. This is why we get contracts, because we can back our products up 100%. You have to know what you're buying at the end of the day. LG, Snow Saver. I butchered the crap out of that one.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's see what we got out of that one. Let's grab this one right here. So that's why I was warning you about the UV mix, because it is a black and white screen. We made the same way. This is made like the UV mix. It's made a little darker than the UV mix because we needed something exactly close to our screen as possible. And this screen is actually darker than UV. You have to be to back it. At the end of the day, people are not going to put money down on a product that you can't back. It has to be backed. If I can do these tests, so can they. If I can do these demonstrations, so can they. Let's go over here and let's grab some snow over here. We'll get right going with this. Now, anything we make lighter than what we have up here, because this is very dark, anything we make lighter is not going to basically be a fair comparison to the screen. So we had to make that paint as dark as we could to match the screen, come close to matching the screen.
I'm gonna keep on loving you, 'cause it's
4K snow screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
So I will put a link below of the demonstration we did with the gunmetal. We did one already way before this one. I'll put a link below of us making the screen paint products. We did for the black screen, and one of the gunmetals was in there also too. It was a dark gray screen paint. And we'll post those below. Or, matter of fact, I just put all my tests down below. And it wouldn't be fair for me to come on here and ask somebody to do those tests if I haven't done the test myself. That would be unfair. Can't ask somebody to do something that you're not going to do. So that's why I say you should be doing these. We can do it with no problem. Let's come over here and let's bring up this one right here. And that's the difference between our product and just black and white house paint. And we can show you that our screens are going to be able to produce, the gunmetal produces amazing white levels, fantastic contrast, and the colors are beautiful without becoming too dark and too dirty. Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
We've done that one already. LG snowboarding.
Getting that from YouTube.
So that's why I tell you, don't buy paint unless they can back it up at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, you need to know where your money's going to and how you're investing it right in your home theater projection setup. Ambient light projection projector. I looked that up too for fun. Nothing comes up at all, period. There's no such thing as an ambient light projection projector. And why would you even have it? It doesn't even make any sense. Think about it. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. So you want a projector to be to produce a brighter image, but it's ambient light controlled. Wow. That's why I said that's it. I can't deal with that. Yeah, I couldn't deal with that. I was like, man, these people mess around and break my brain with that dumb nonsense. Ambient light control projector. Good gracious. All right, hold on for a minute. Let's see. Yeah, messing my head up thinking about something that stupid. That's like, I'm not going to say that. That's a bit of a mind bender. I know things that are mind benders that can get trapped in your head. They'll never leave for the rest of your life. But yeah, I know a couple of them are pretty bad. But that's all right. J and K 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
I should go to ABS forums and post that. Like, yeah, so I want to know if you guys know anything about an ambient light control projector. Oh, mercy.
Now every Tuesday, Wawa Rewards members get any size hot coffee or handcrafted iced coffee for free. Thank you.
At least he tried. Even it was a stab in the dark, but good gracious. Ambient light control projector. So these are the tests you have to do. A difference between night and day. You know, even in contrast, you have to see white light. Okay, people, well, that's it for me. There you go. That's the difference between what we develop when it comes to our gunmetal black slate technology. As I said before, our technology produces higher white levels, amazing contrast levels, and outstanding color. And as you can see right here, our screen produces incredible white levels next to black and white paint mixtures. And just to show you how dark the screen is, we saw it against our dark screen. That's how dark they are. Doesn't even match. It's so dark that the UV doesn't even match it. The screen is darker. This paint we made to put against our screen is darker than the UV. That's the kind of test you have to do at the end of the day. As you can see, we don't play around when it comes to our test. So that mixture that we made is darker than the UV mix to show you how dark we had to do demonstrate when we make these products. And if I'm going to test these products against my screen, I'll make the screen work for it. We're not going to make it easy for the screen. So just to show you how dark that mix was, painter, it's darker than the UV. It's far darker than the UV mix. And our screen was still able to maintain a higher white level than the mix we made here. That is darker than UV. Just to show you. Do that demonstration so you can see at the end of the day that the product what we displayed is not even for a darker mix, it's not light. It's actually very dark, very much darker than UV. Can we get the screen's victory dance? And mind you, the screen is still maintaining its image in an environment where meters don't pick up. So my meter is maxed out in this environment, and this screen is still maintaining its ability to be able to produce beautiful color, in contrast, in white levels, in an environment where meters don't pick up. Yeah, when we made that mix far darker than the UV. And that screen can't compete with this, and this screen's dark too. This screen's darker than UV. Let's get some keystones in here. I haven't played them in a while. Or key cut, I think it's key cut. That's pretty cool. I want something else on there. What we got here? Like I said, not only do you watch Senior Technology outperform a very, very, very dark screen paint mix, a gray mix, it's darker than the UV mix by far. And not only that, you're watching the screen maintain a beautiful image in a fully lit environment where meters cannot pick up. Let me show you something real cool about this technology. That's for angle gain on the screen. And as you can see, we don't have any extra lighting in the environment. Nothing that's going to basically jump the meter. The screen's able to maintain an image from side to side. Now, if you're interested in this screen paint right here, this is our the final Phantom. And this is the Gunmetal Black Slate. Produces the highest white level of any gunmetal screen we developed. We just went demonstration, we had to go. I had to make that phone call back. Sorry about that. Did you call me? I'll call you right back. We get some good music. All right, let's get some nice blues in there, and we are done. Let me get some of those fish in there. There we go. And we're done after this. I gotta go call that customer back. I'm gonna show off the amazing technology and a beyond fully lit environment. As I said before, meters max out down here, so this screen is actually producing an image in a beyond fully lit environment where meters don't pick up down here. And there's the angle gain on my screen. All the way over. And this is where you got to show if your product should be working the way it's supposed to be working at the end of the day. This is how you should be displaying your screens. I told you, if I had the ability to be able to say who and who could get a certification for a screen, it'd be almost impossible for someone to get one. But I guarantee you, the ones that do get one, it'll be the most incredible screen you've ever seen in your life. And he's talking about ambient light rejection technology. We got screens that are producing on ceilings upstairs. Down here, meters don't pick up. There is no YouTube videos right now, and I've been searching for them to find one of them that can do a demonstration on this level. So while other people are sitting in the dark with an ultra short throw projector pushed right up on top of the wall, and they still have to be in the dark because they can't produce their colors correctly in a fully lit environment, we can be in here at 12 feet back and produce a beautiful image with no problem whatsoever. Enjoy the video. Oh, by the way, price tag for my projector is $720p, and it cost me $270, and I don't have to be in the dark. Okay, with that being said, let me contact this customer back. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you for your time. I had